What's up, everybody? I've got a good one today. And, welcome to all our folks in Europe, because you guys usually don't get to see me live since I stream at 10
Bit
p.m.
early for you, mate?
yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's 10 a.m. for me right now. So I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, same. Thanks for having me on, man. Hey, I'm a big fan. Obviously, you've been on my stream before, but I've always wanted to come on yours and see your people and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're a little bit more of a conservative bunch. Most of my folks, so we got a couple gray hairs here, but there's something.
I'm getting them too, mate. Don't worry.
Oh yeah,
they're coming for me as well. Yep.
Prematurely, I would say.
Yeah.
So the one thing that we all love is yield, and just going to sleep and making money. That's my big thing. It's the thing I pitch to my Patreon group and to everyone who follows me. The days of trading are behind us. I'm not interested in trading anymore. I just want to stake my coins or tokens and earn something from that. And, as we were discussing, I'm not a big meme coin guy. I own Poor Pleb. I own some Pulse Doge Win. That's about all I own. And I'm happy with that. And,
the
you
OGs,
guys,
mate, they're the only two you need, really.
Exactly. People used to mock me for it, and then when I saw you guys were doing this, I was like, "Oh hell no, this is great!" And then you guys announced you can do it on Ethereum and Pulse Chain. I was like, "Oh, we're doubling up again."
I'm bullish on the Ethereum side, probably even more so than the Pulse Chain side, because that market is also massively under-facilitated, and there's such a big gap in the market for it. It's going to be kind of easy to get in with the Pulse Chain guys, but that's the true challenge. If we pop off on Ethereum, it's game over, man. Honestly.
Woo-wee. I'm good. So I do want to say something first while early on, and I'll probably clip this, because there's people that like to make comments about referral links and they think that referral links are a bad thing in crypto. And there's Hexkins too that will talk shit. Anybody who goes out there and talks and spreads word for a SAC that has a referral link, those kind of things. Well, let me tell you something. Hex had a referral link, and I fucking knocked it out of the park with that referral link. And I got at least 10% of my Hex just from the referral link. And for those, and the funny thing, there was just somebody on Twitter right now that was talking shit about me because I'm shilling something with the referral link again. And I reminded him of the AA lobby and how many of the big OGs in Hex, like for example, Hex Toys, oh my God, he's probably the number one guy in all of Hex to use his referral link. So there is a genuine use case for referral links. Hex would not be as big as it is today without that year-long SAC or auction where we had the AA lobby where we had our referral links. So it's one of the best marketing tools you can have. And a project like you guys have, 9inch, it's just fabulous for using a referral link. This is all about memes. It's about having fun. I don't recommend anybody going in and sacking $100,000. I mean, this is go in,
I do
put a little bit. Yeah, you do because you're a founder. But me as if you want to use my referral link, yeah, go right ahead. But go in and have fun. I mean, I sacked $1,800. I mean, that to me that's a considerable amount for a DEX. Nothing what I did for PulseX or those kind of things. But still, I have my faith in you guys. I like you guys. I see what you're doing. I understand what you're doing, unlike what other people are thinking. They're like, oh, this is just a competitor for PulseX. I don't see it as that. I see it as a niche. Right?
It's a niche, and it's actually going to benefit PulseX as well quite a lot. Having a second DEX there where there can be arbitrage going back and forth, even if it's just bots doing it, is it's bullish because it's buy and burn for both of us. Complements PulseX, and it's gonna kick PulseX up the ass and make PulseX a better product because right now our DEX and our user interface is, I'm not gonna lie, it's better than PulseX. We've got more features and we've got more things going for us, and we're focusing heavily on the yield farming. So if that starts gaining traction, then Richard and the PulseX team are gonna have to do more of that. So it's going to make that better as well. But even just the arbitrage going back and forth, all that buy and burn is going to be very juicy for both users. I hold PulseX. I've got quite a lot of PulseX and bullish on it. I'm but I'm probably more bullish on 9-inch to be honest. So
yeah, it's what is the you guys have a set token supply, and you know what that is yet?
So it's all going to depend on how much comes from the sacrifice.
That's right.
So it's 10,000 per. Well, it's 10,000 per 85 cents at the moment, but it goes up to $1 after. Starts ramping up after the 10th day. We're on the I think it's the 4th day today or the 5th day.
Fifth day.
5th day, yeah. So after the 10th day, that's when you'll see that the rate starts increasing a little bit. But it all comes down to how many points are generated during the sacrifice phase. So if it's a huge sacrifice and there's like, I don't know, 10, 20 million or something, then there will be a higher supply, but it's still not going to be anywhere near the supply of PulseX.
Yeah, no trillions.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it will be in the trillions, but it won't be. It won't have $1 billion plus 95% extra go into some entity. None of that's going to be happening with ours. So it's all going to be based off of the total amount sacrificed. So it could be a fairly low supply, but the 9-inch token is massively deflationary. So even what it starts at, it's going to go down considerably over time.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So you got guys like me who never need to sell, right? So I just take my coins and earn.
Yeah. This is what I try and say to people, man. Like when you reach a certain point, you don't need to sell anymore. You just earn yield. That's all the big boys are looking for is yield. And there's a massive rush. Like when our farms get updated once a month, there's going to be this just absolute hustle of activity going on where people are sorting out their liquidity positions and putting them into different places. And this is why it's bullish for token founders to get in on 9-inch as well, because if you've got a lot of those tokens, you can use that to vote for your pairs. Yep. If your pairs get a high number of the big bonus coin tokens, then people are going to be rushing in to buy that token so that they can get the yield on that particular pair. So it's very, very, very bullish. And that's where our future buy pressure is going to be coming, other than the buy and burn feature. So yeah, it's going to be
that makes sense to me. So what he's saying is on the farm feature, there's going to be tokens that are, say, brand new and they're launching and they want to get attention. And they're going to be lobbying all of us who have voting power with the 9-inch. Would it be the DAO? The decentralized autonomous organization. So they'll be lobbying us to say, hey, we want to put our coin on the 9-inch farming. Would you guys approve us? And yes or no, we're the gatekeepers.
We are, but I mean, there's nothing stopping them coming along and just buying as many as they can off the market and pumping out bags to do it, right? So, I mean, honestly, I think if I go back to the beginning, when K9 and Kino approached me about this, it was initially just to see how I felt about it and would I like Poor Pleb to be, would Poor Pleb be interested in it? And man, the penny dropped with me very quickly, where it's just like, holy shit. So what? I can take my zero utility token and earn yield on it, potentially with even single-sided staking. Like, how good is that for my users? How many extra people are going to come and buy my token because of the yield available? Like, it's just a no-brainer. And I think everyone who sees this, especially in the meme coin space, but it doesn't even have to be, like the Maxi guys, the Hedron guys, whatever it is, whatever your flavor is, that is a good use case for you, because you can just sit your tokens there and earn yield on them. It's insane. It's really cool, man.
I never thought about that. Oh, look, CryptoVox. He's got his. Yeah, he woke up with some wood. Hey, doing good, man. I mean,
we've got a saying in the 9-inch Telegram. It's wood morning.
Wood morning.
Yeah, wood morning.
His nitrous oxide levels in his blood are doing good.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Red squirrels digging you. Never trust a man who wears a hat like that in summer.
Does it look like fucking summer right now, mate? Like it's not raining, but it's very cloudy actually. So yeah,
that's when we were there exactly at this time last year, and you're further north. So you're at Liverpool, right? I don't want to dox you, but
sorry, bro. Really? Did you just say? Oh my god, no way! I am not from Liverpool, man. How many times? Like, I swear down, I'm never gonna live this down, mate. That offends me so much because, like, I don't hate Liverpool, but fuck me, like, I am not from Liverpool, man.
I thought you were
I'm
up
from
north
Nottingham,
somewhere.
the land of Robin Hood,
Nottingham.
and Nottingham
Right.
Forest Football Club, who won the European League twice in a row. It's the only team I believe that's ever done it. So yeah, fuck Liverpool. No offense, Liverpudlians, but I ain't from there. Never been there. Probably never will go there.
You guys are the most segregated, or I shouldn't say segregated, like diced up country in the world. You're so proud of where you are from locally. It's so weird to me, or it's weird to Americans, right? It's like we're like, man,
yeah, because we're close as well. Like you guys have thousands of miles between you. We're like, I don't know, 20 minutes up the road on the motorway or something. And there's just such a weird divide. You know what gets me is the regional accents, because I can go like, I don't know, an hour north from here and they talk way different to me. I mean, people think I talk weird, but nothing compared to like just 1 hour away from me. It's nuts. And in Liverpool, that ain't even English, mate. That's their own language. I don't get it. But
we had a great time. My son keeps begging me. He's like, I want to go back. I want to go to Glasgow again. I want to, Scotland. He's like, he goes, I just want to go see. He kept saying Scotland. So I will probably head north again because we just love it up there. But
hey, well, if you come over again, I'll definitely come see you, man. Like back then, I can't remember what it was that stopped me from coming, but
you were broke.
Came up. And, well, there was that as well. Yeah, I was broke, but I don't even think it was actually that. I think it was something else, but yeah, probably being broke didn't help either, because it's expensive to get down to London, especially if you want to stay the night there. Fuck me, it's like £300 a night in London.
We're spending £300 a night just to stay in Paddington area. Wow. I couldn't wait to get out of town because the hotels suck, man.
That's why I like Nottingham so much. It's cheap up here, man. Like you can get, I mean, it's not cheap, but it's like London's crazy. Me and Moomin just went to London for a few days recently, and we went to this really fancy bar, and we kind of knew what we were in for going in here, right? Like we knew it was going to be expensive, and all the drinks were like, I don't know, £30 each minimum. And we seen on there, we were looking at the cocktail list, and I seen an old fashioned, and I was like, oh yeah, I like an old fashioned. I'll get one of them. Looked across at the price, it was like £97 for this drink, right? £97. There's a funny story with this, because and we were like, oh no, not having that. And then we thought about it, you know what? Like we're here, let's treat ourselves. Let's get one of these £97 cocktails, see what it's like. So we did. It was me, Moomin, and Loz, if you know him, one of the Hex security guys. We got me and Loz got one of these. Moomin got something else, and £97 cocktail. Had a sip. I was like, yeah, not bad actually. Not worth £97, but it's nice. And it was like, yeah, let's just take a little walk out to the smoking area. We'll go enjoy the drinks out there. We start walking out. I was in the front and I just went through the door, and all I heard behind me was like just this huge explosion of crashing, like glasses smashing, plates getting dropped on the floor, girls screaming, all sorts of shit. I turn around and Loz, bless him, and just like, he had this fucking drink in his hand. He's just barreled over, like tripped on something, fell into a table that had these two pretty girls on it with a bottle of wine and 2 glasses, red wine as well, by the way. Just smashed into the table. The fucking wine's gone everywhere. He's dropped his drink, and it was just like, it was like a scene from a movie, man. Like you pay £100 for a drink, and he has one sip and then drops it everywhere and just takes out like 2 girls with him. Poor guy, man. It was hilarious though.
Oh man! Yeah. Well, I want to give a shout out to Moomin, because he's one of the guys that met us twice when we were in the UK.
Yep.
And speaking of drinks, he took us to this really nice place in Edinburgh, Scotland. We had a meet up there, and oh my god, that was quite a night to remember, because it was a really swanky place. These guys took us to.
Yeah.
All right. And then he met us again in Glasgow at more of it was just like a sports bar type place, right by Glasgow University. But yeah, it was
Glasgow. It's weird in Scotland because Edinburgh is like very posh, and everyone kind of knows it's a bit posh out there. Glasgow is just full of like crackheads, and it's a completely different world.
I'm a psych nurse, bro, and my wife's like, "Oh, I love Glasgow," and I'm like, head on a swivel, bro. I'm like, dude, crackhead.
Yeah,
heroin.
Be careful in Glasgow, man. you got to be careful. Like it's a bit fucking rough out there. Like
definitely. Man, I was like, am I back in the psych unit? Sorry.
It's like the whole street's a psych unit, mate. Like,
Damn straight, man. Oh yeah, we still had a good time, but because they have lots of museums and stuff. All right, okay, enough about UK. You guys got a crazy ass country. I'll just give you that. All right, so
diverse.
So
sure.
what the BBC token? Can you explain that?
Yeah, so actually, and I've got a special announcement about this in a minute, but I'll just quickly explain. So the BBC, which obviously stands for Big Bonus Coin and nothing else, so get these dirty thoughts out of your head. BBC is our incentive token. So just like Inc is on PulseX, BBC is basically Inc. So you earn that by doing yield farming on the by providing liquidity and locking up the liquidity in a yield farm. And you will be able to earn it with single-sided staking as well. So, I mean, people are very bullish on Inc. I mean, I'm actually not sure why, because it's an inflation token. But if you look at the cake chart, the reason that these incentive tokens do so well is because they offer the best incentive on that token if you lock it up. So let's say you got, 10 BBC tokens and you go and lock that up in the single-sided staking pools. You can lock that up for up to a year. If you do lock it up for a year, you get a 21x bonus on the total amount that you'll get back. So that's a lot, right? So that encourages people to earn the rewards, but then not dump them, lock them up for even longer, and then it becomes a perpetual like machine where they just they get the new rewards and then they lock that up for another year, and then at some point they decide to sell, right? But if you're getting a 21x bonus on the highest yielding pool on the DEX anyway, it's just a no-brainer. That's why the cake chart is just fucking up and to the right, because it's just encouraged the users to earn the rewards, but then lock them up. It's a bit like Hex, right? So the reason Hex did so well is because people buy it and then they lock it up and it's not to be sold for God knows how long. It's basically the same thing, just on a shorter time frame. So the little announcement I wanted to make actually was that a lot of people have been asking what's going to be the farming pool setup on day one, like how, because everyone, well, not everyone, but people who are into DEX yield farming, they know that the best rewards you can possibly get are in the first, just as early as possible, right? So for the first week, 2 weeks, month, 6 months, whatever, but like literally day one is the best possible reward you're ever going to get, because of the inflation kind of stays the same, but there's less participants.
Yeah.
So if you're in first, you get 100% of the pool for the period that you're in first. So basically what we're going to do, because we want to incentivize people to have this 9-inch token, because that is the core for the whole infrastructure that we're building. For the first 2 days, you will only be able to farm with the 9-inch token to earn your BBC.
Oh,
and then for the
really?
next 2 days after that, you can only farm with BBC. So the only way that you can take part in the first 4 days of the highest possible yield that you're ever going to get on the DEX is by having the 9-inch token first, farming with that, staking that, on the one-sided or on the LPs. And then on the next 2 days, that farm will close, and then it will be BBC only for 2 days. And then we're going to open it up to everything after that.
Okay.
So the yield on the first 2 days and 4 days, should I say, is going to be bloody ridiculous, actually. So that's another reason you want to get some of these 9-inch, man, because you're never going to see that again. It's going to be like a one-time event, and then on the 5th day, that's when we'll open up. Maybe not all of the farms, but we'll open up the majority of the farms straight away. So you'll have, Hex versus Pulse on there. That will be one of them, and Poor Pleb and Pulse Doge and all of the things that you can imagine are going to be there. And then that's kind of as far as we've got with the scheduling, but we'll probably do the first vote to get everyone in place for where the incentive rewards are going. We'll probably do the first vote like not long after, maybe a week or two after the 5th day.
But Pulse Doge Win and Poor Pleb they're guaranteed to have their spots.
No expectations, but I would imagine that the founders who have teamed up to create this platform are gonna favor their own tokens, right. But it is going to be decentralized. So us guys, we're not going to get like some crazy team allocation where we're just going to definitely vote for Pulse Doge and PP all the time. Like, we're going to have to participate in this in exactly the same way as you guys are. So, we know we see the value here. So we're definitely going to make sure that our tokens are up there. And actually the Poor Pleb community, a lot of those guys have been sacrificing because they are also going to vote for Poor Pleb, and same with the Pulse Stage guys. So even if we didn't specifically do that, because we want it to be decentralized anyway. Like, we don't want to go in and make this dex just for us. This is how inclusive we're being. You know as well as I do, the Pulse Dogecoin guys, right? Big drama about all of this, because obviously they stole the original Pulse Doge guys brand. And I don't like that, man. I don't like that shit at all. Even if I didn't have anything to do with the Pulse Doge guys, I would be backing them up and be saying, like,
you saw I was very vocal too. I was calling them out from day one.
Yeah, man. And fair play to you. Fair play to everyone who called that shit out, because it was disgusting. You know, you can't think of another fucking name for a coin? Like, come on, bro. But anyways, you know, time's passed. It's all in the past now. It doesn't matter. They're building their other ecosystem. They got Pulse Bitcoin. They got whatever else going on.
Basic.
ASIC, yeah, man. I mean, I have a bit of it. I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest with you guys. I got in on it, and actually, the yield's not bad on the Pulse Bitcoin side. It's not bad at all, really. It's a decent system that they've built there. So fair play to them. I just didn't like that initial stealing of the brand. That's not, you know, I don't like. It's bad business. You know, it's bad business. So, anyways, we're going to be including them in all of this. Like, all of their tokens will be included in it. We're trying to get as many. Like, we're not making this any kind of a gate-kept thing. We want to shake hands with every single protocol that wants to operate on Ethereum and Pulse Chain, certainly from within our community. We want to get as many of these guys in as we can. So there's no hard feelings. Like, we want those guys listed, but obviously it's up to their community to vote up the yield pairs on this. So if no one votes for it, then there won't be any yield available. So I would encourage those guys, you know, to participate, because we're not blocking you out. We still like your community. It's just the one guy who thought of the first name, I had a problem with it. And
I think it's Hexinfo. I think that was his.
Hexinfo.
Man, I just wanted to backslap him.
It didn't help how toxic he was either, by the way. Like, that guy was so toxic on Twitter. It's like one thing being, you know, stealing a brand. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But then to go on Twitter and start slagging off like the originals, and then slagging off Richard and slagging off whatever. I mean, I'm vocal against Richard sometimes, right? I massively respect Richard. I think he's one of the geniuses of our time, right? He is truly up there. He's a amazing innovator. But I've always been like this since my first ever stream. There's certain things that I don't like that he does, and I'm not scared to say them, right? No, and that's probably why I built up a following in the first place, because I was one of the only guys who was able to actually say the things that were glaringly obvious. So one of the things right now is that, like, the Pulse Chain launch wasn't exactly smooth, and I'm not that happy with the way that Pulse X is.
But was it on purpose?
Maybe, but well, certainly the thing that's happened today, I don't think that was on purpose. The fucking buy and burn, not, you know, no LP providers getting fees, and it's all going to buy and burn. That's just a bug, mate. Like, that's
okay. I didn't even see that. I haven't been on Twitter yet. I woke up and I said, "Hey, I'm going to go talk to Hexy Bastard."
well, I can tell you just brief. I mean, I don't know the full ins and outs. I just know the basics. So in the code, there's supposed to be 0.22% goes to liquidity providers as fees for providing the liquidity, same as you get on Uniswap, whatever. But all of the fees were going to buy and burn. Not
from the beginning.
From the beginning, from the beginning, it was a bug in the code. He tweeted about it earlier, and he said, like, you know, we've had this testnet up and running for a year and a half, and no one ever spotted it, and we've just spotted it today that the LP guys aren't actually getting rewards. It's all going to buy and burn. So yeah, that's a bit messy, man. That's sloppy. I'm not gonna lie, it's very sloppy.
Well, hey, that happens. I mean, that's what the testnets were for, and nobody noticed. And people are always asking, like, when do we get the rewards from the LP? And everyone's like, I'm not seeing it. And in my Patreon, people were asking that question too. And I'm like, well, the only thing I do is anything that's farming with INC, right? Or for the liquidity providing. That's the only one I do. So I just get my INC. I'm not worried about my PLP rewards, right? Well, now we know why nobody's had noticed it. That's so weird.
I mean, people are saying that's on purpose. I don't think that's on purpose.
No, that's not on purpose.
The bridge clogging up and things like that, yeah, cool. And, you know, not launching all the farms. And right now they don't even have limit orders on PulseX, which I feel is like, why have we not got limit orders? Like, what the fuck is life? But you know, there's all these things. He's probably drip feeding them intentionally, which is probably smart, right?
Very smart.
If the bridge was operating at full capacity straight away and people could get in and get out, it probably would have resulted in a massive price dump. straight off the bat, and that's
I
not
totally
what
agree.
you
Well,
want.
we would have had a massive price pump before the dump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we did. I still think we're going below SAC prices, man. I stand
so?
by it. I think so. Yeah, I think we will at some point. Pulsex is, but I think Pulse Chain goes below. I think Pulse Chain goes down 40 to 50% from the base SAC rate. I think it goes down to roughly the price that the top guys got. Maybe not all the way down to like Rackham's price, but somewhere around that, maybe 50% dip. And when that happens, I'm swooping in and I'm buying the shit out of it.
Me too. I mean, I'm ready. I got my ATM just 5 minutes from my house, so I just go in and throw in the money.
Happy days, mate.
I can get USDT and I can get Ethereum. So one day I went, there was no Ethereum in the machine. And I didn't realize, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't even notice they had USDT. The next day I go back and there's still no Ethereum. And I'm like, wait, they got USDT as well. So I grabbed a bunch of that and threw it in and picked up a bunch of Pulsex at the cheap. Let's talk about that for a second. I don't want to digress too much, but there are a lot of people that don't get to see me live very often. And the big thing that I preach is that over the next 10 months, we're not out of the bear market, folks. The bear market is not done.
I agree.
So you're going to have a chance to DCA prior to the next Bitcoin halving, which is in April next year, April, May, somewhere. Get in every week, every 2 weeks, every month, go in and put some money that you can, new money, and prepare yourselves, because this is how you get rich. This is accumulation phase, this last little bit of the bear market. This is when you go in and you get your positions ready for the bull run. And I consider the sacrifice for 9-inch as a DCA. I'm getting ready for the next bull run. And you guys are going to be launching as soon as a couple days after the sacrifice is done. So I mean, we'll be able to prepare. We'll be able to build really nice bags even prior to the launch of the bull market. And you're going to be sitting pretty, whether you sacrifice or not. You could do, there's other things you can do. You could wait till the project is done and launched and buy the coins off from people like me or whatever. You could do that too. There's no offense, but this is the time to do it, folks.
So there is a little thing I want to throw out there. Now, of course, not financial advice. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what is going to happen with all of this when it launches. But usually, one of the arguments I'm seeing often on Twitter is, why would I sacrifice? I'll get a better price later. The mechanics of this one are a little bit different, because first of all, you're not going to be waiting 2 years for launch, or even a year, or even 6 months, or even 3 months. It's probably going to be maybe 3 or 4 days, providing that there's no issues with the audit that goes through or anything like that. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 days after launch as a rough guideline. So you're not waiting long at all to get the coins. Secondly, that thing I mentioned earlier about getting this super insane yield in the first few days, I don't think many people are going to be selling, man, during that time. So you can go and buy them after launch, but where are you going to get them from? I just don't see many people actually selling
Liquidity will be 1 inch. It's just not going to be matched. It's not going to be much for you guys. You're going to come in, you're going to have massive slippage. That's going to cause the price probably to moon. That's just how it goes. And
thin liquidity for that. I mean, I can't really comment on what the liquidity will be, but it's not going to be. It's not a good idea to sell it on day one. You're better off going and staking it or farming with it. That's what you want to be doing. Day one is just farming, because the amount of bonus coins that you'll be able to receive in them first 4 days is just going to be ridiculous. It's the best possible yield you will ever get on the platform. And actually the yield on the platform is going to be insane anyway. But them first few days, it's crazy. Like, you could build up a massive BBC position within a day or two, just because there's not going to be that many participants. But when word gets out, that's when, because there's going to be this battle, right? So there's going to be, well, I won't say battle, but it's like there's going to be yield available over on Pulsex, but their farming pools that they have, we're probably going to have the same farming pools on our side, but the chances are that the actual potential yield you can get on our side is going to be far greater, just because it's smaller, right? And we're going to be paying out roughly the similar amount of, relatively of tokens to Inc. But Pulsex is going to be absolutely full of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of participants. Whereas with us, it's probably going to be quite small at the beginning. There might be 2,000 people in total that participate in ours, but that's spread over all of the pairs that we have. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, man. I think people are going to earn more money on our protocol than they will on Pulsex, just purely based on that reason that there's going to be less users. So
and less whales. I mean, you don't have these people that have huge amounts And by the way, we're on day 5. People keep asking, what day are we on?
Yeah. You got 5 days left at the best rate. So unless you're a whale looking to get the top spot, you really just want to get your sacrifices in now. Don't do what I did with liquid loans, where I was like, oh, I'm just going to wait and see, because I was only putting in like $100 anyway. So like, why was I waiting? Just do it. Like, unless you're going for the top spot, there's no point in waiting. You just need to get them in now while you know that you've got the best rate, because after, day 10, it's going to be much.
Wake Dog says, what about 3-inch? Any love for the 3-inchers?
Well, technically we're 18-inch because you're getting it on Ethereum and on Pulse Chain. So
shit. Just slap that down on the table. Shit. All right,
no, man,
cool.
It's great. It's great. And that's another thing as well is I think that we're hitting a huge gap in the market because there's no DEX on Ethereum that does this buy and burn feature like we're going to be doing. And actually, it's going to be interesting to see which has the greater yield. I think the yield on Ethereum is going to be far superior because there's going to be less competition. So less people are going to be willing to pay those gas fees to get in and out and to make their plays. So actually on Ethereum, it's going to be even better for the BDC token rewards. It's going to be crazy, man.
So as soon as it launches and the coins are sent to everybody, the coins are going to be sent to the Ethereum wallets as well. It's at the same time, same day.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it will be at like exactly the same time, but certainly within about half an hour of each other or something. So yeah, very quick.
So the DEXs are going to launch at the same time. It'll just have a little toggle to like change networks. Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, so that's another feature we're going to have on there as well. Is in like the top right hand corner of each screen, you're going to have like an Ethereum and a Pulse Chain logo. So that like the Ethereum logo will be like highlighted when you're on Ethereum, and you can just click the Pulse Chain logo and it will automatically just change your network for you. Obviously, you have to accept that in MetaMask. But I think as well, like the Ethereum guys that come through, because we're going to be so hot on the mark when the next Pepe comes out, we're going to be there, man. We're going to be there straight away, listing it and offering yield on that, even if it's just a short liquidity. A short farming pool or single-sided staking. If there is a flavor of the month coin out there that's doing insane liquidity and insane gains and just getting all that attention, we can be like bang listed, and then we're going to bring those people over to the Pulse Chain side as well because of that little button in the top. Have you checked your airdrop yet? And I'll be like, what airdrop? Click it. Oh shit, I've got loads of coins here. Like, it's going to bring people in. And I really don't think that this is a crowd that Richard's ever going to get.
No, they're not his crowd. It's going to be younger, much younger crowd. People who I think the meme space is much different than the regular DeFi space. These people are truly degens.
Yeah, they are, mate. They are.
I mean, I consider myself a degen, but in the DeFi side, when I say degen, I mean going in and earning yield on everything I can and like using referral links and stuff like that. That's how degen I am. But these people, a new coin list, they go in and buy $200 of it, and when they get rug pulled, they're like, I get rug pulled. It's like,
it's almost a badge of honor. Like if you haven't been rug pulled at least a few times, you haven't made it.
It happens all the time.
I got rug pulled 3 times in one day when I was trading on Binance once. 3 times in one day. It was only like $20 a pop, but it's besides the point, man.
Just like a hammer to your nuts, man. Just like twack. Like, what the fuck? Why would you
all I could do was laugh. Like you just in fact, on a Pulse Chain, K9 pointed this out to me the other day, and I thought it was hilarious. Someone set up a coin and then rugged the LP for $34.
Somebody needed to buy dinner.
I just like, mate, here's the thing as well, is because Pulse Chain is such a low fee blockchain, we're going to get hundreds and thousands of these launching like basically every day. There's going to be loads of them, and 99% of them are going to be rug pulls. Pulse Chain is like, people are going to hate me for saying this, but Pulse Chain is BSC version 2. It's because it's just going to be like an absolute shitcoin fest. There's just going to be meme coins out the yin yang, and 99% of them are going to rug, but that is where people make the most money. I mean, we had that Dogecoin came out not long ago, and that went up 6,000x in one day. Tell me a coin where anything in the world where you can go up 6,000x in one day. I will wait. Ain't no one getting it. And this is why everyone chases these pumps, because they can make more money. It's like going to a casino and gambling or playing the lottery or something like that. It's like people are always going to do it because they know if they do win, they'll win really big. So meme coins are here to stay, guys. And they're completely under-facilitated on Pulse Chain especially, but even on Ethereum, I feel like they're under-facilitated. There's no meme coin decks for them there either.
Dude.
$34 there, mate. Like, it's crazy, isn't it?
Oh God. Teresa, Sparky says to receive the 10% bonus, simply connect wallet first. Yeah, but no. You need a referral code. Down below in the text box. You'll have to get that to get the 10% bonus. Don't be like me. Don't sack without that. I didn't have a referral code. I was a jackass. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, at the very least, self-refer yourself 100. You have to do $100, and then you can sack from another wallet using that referral code, and then you get a 10% bonus on both sides. So yeah, that's pretty good. But definitely use a referral code. And by the way, when you connect your wallet, it doesn't ask for any permissions. You just connect your wallet to the site and it sees you've connected it, so it links your address with that referral link.
That's why you have to link every time you go to the website. You got to go in and click link, because there is no true connection. It's just a temporary connection.
It's just saying this address is connected. It's not asking for any permissions or anything like that, and then you just send to the address. But soon you only have to link it once, because once an address is linked to another address, you don't have to keep connecting or anything. You can just keep sacrificing if you want to the same address, and it will just, because your address is linked to that address, you'll always get the bonus, and so will the person who referred you. So yeah, it's gonna be
absolutely good. Help me. I'm on the top list of the people who've done referrals. So help me. Let's get to the top. I don't think I
want to see Randy at the top, man, because like he's gonna show the fuck out of it for us. So
for sure, I'm gonna have fun. What chain is the best to sack from? Oh, any of them, Roof Dog. Anything.
Probably Pulse because it's cheaper, right? But like even BSC is pretty cheap. It's just, but honestly, the fees on Ethereum aren't even that bad anymore. I was making some moves on there earlier today. It was costing me like $2. You know, it's nothing really.
I've heard this question multiple times. Is the guy Lotto from Hexy part of the team? Is he there too?
Lotto.
Do you even know what that is? Exactly. So I've heard that question multiple times. You weren't around back then, but Hexy was one of the first projects that was trying to copy and emulate Hex, and they called it Hexy. And it was like it wasn't, I wanted to call it a rug pull, but it didn't work out. Something broke on it.
It just failed, right? Like,
I didn't participate, so I don't even know what it did, but I know a bunch of people did, and I saw Hex Toys like, oh, this sounds like it's the same team as that worked on Hexy. I'm like, I don't think so.
Nope.
So good.
No. I don't even know. I mean, I know of Hexy. I've heard of it, and I understand it was just kind of like a clone of Hex, but it didn't work out because they didn't get the users and stuff. So it's not like it was actually a scam. It's it just failed. You know.
It's absolutely failed.
Different. But Hexy doesn't exist anymore because I'm Hexy now. And I was talking about this on stream about a year ago. Like, I have taken that brand. Like, forget the failed project. I'm Hexy now. That's, people fucking call me that. Like, that's my name now. To even like Moomin's here. Moomin knows my real name, and he just calls me Hexy all the time. It's just easier for him, you know.
Yeah. Is he around? Can he like pop in, or is he doing?
Yeah. 1 second. Let me.
Moment, show your face, bastard.
I'll try to get him. Give me 1 sec. I'll go get him.
All right. Look, you have 12 goes.
Come say hi to Randy.
Makes my 3-inch seem a little insignificant.
How you doing?
Hey, get your face. Hey, Moment, what's up, brother?
Long time no see. Sorry, I don't have headphones on, so I can't hear you.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
I hope you're doing well. Say hello to the wee one for me.
I will.
I'll see you next time, London or Glasgow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's here. He just came down to hang out for a few days because we had a bit of work to do around 9-inch and things like that. So yeah, it's just good. But yeah, he just calls me Hexy. It's funny. In fact, whenever I go to these Hex meetups as well, it was the weirdest thing, man. I tell you, like, I've never been popular like that, right? Like, I've never gone to an event and people be like, oh my God, like, I'm so glad to meet you. But the first time I went to London, man, the amount of people who were like asking me for photos and stuff, I was just like freaked the fuck out. Like, bro, this is weird. It was at the 731 event that Richard Hart attended and stuff, and I was walking around in the building for ages without the hat and everything. I was just blending in, like, I was just completely blending in. And then at one point I put the hat on and I just got bombarded with people. And I'd only been around for like 2 months before this as well. Like I didn't think anyone really knew who I was. But yeah, man, I got bombarded. It was fun though. Like I enjoy it. Hexicans are great, and like hanging out with them in real life is awesome.
That's how.
Do you have many out where you are?
What, Hexicans?
Yeah.
We're all gray hairs though, man. When we go out for amazing steak. We go for steak dinners with jars of sangria, and it's like we have a good old time. That sounds good, man. That's just my crew, you know. I attract older people because I'm older, you know, and my hype is different. I like I told you, I like to just sit back and chill and earn rewards. And I don't talk about trading. I'm not in for the quick buck, those kind of things. So my audience is different. And when they all come down, I've had 7 people fly into Panama already. I've taken them, set up their bank accounts because we have a crypto-friendly bank here that only charges you 2% to take money off, that type of thing. So I've got all these people flying in. I've got 2 more flying in next week. It's like people just come in. We go and we show them the quick tour around Panama, and we have a good old time and have some fun. And I share a couple of my secrets and how I do well in crypto. And I think now times are changing. Crypto is going to be more mainstream now, and the younger folks, frankly, they still like their memes. I think memes are going to be that's the first thing people are going to get into, as we saw with Robinhood and stuff like that. People are going to come into memes first. That's for the younger generation. That's how we're going to get them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is we all know a guy who got really lucky with SHIB, or even one of the guys I used to go to school with. Like, I seen him posting on I don't really use my own Instagram anymore or anything like that, but I was on it the other day, a few months ago, and he was posting about like, oh man, I made so much money out of SHIB. Look at the chart; it's fucking amazing. I'm just like, bro, how did you? Even I didn't get in on that. And I'm here. But back then, I was so anti meme coin, bro. Like, I hated meme coins. I thought they were stupid. But you have to update your worldview on it, because, like, look, this is where people are going. This is where the industry is taking us. I estimate that like between 30 and 40% of all crypto users are just meme coin guys now, because they've seen so many people make money. Imagine you're a guy. Look, I'm a serious investor. I only invest in Hex. I only invest in Bitcoin. I only invest in Ethereum. And then you see some fucking retard, like some young kid who's not got 5 brain cells to rub together, goes in on Pepe and makes a 10,000x in like a week. And you're there like, this isn't the way it should be. I'm the smart one here. They're not smart, but they're making more money than you, bro. So you got to like think about it. Sometimes I'm not saying go all in on these things, but little moonbags here and there, they're not gonna. It's not a bad idea, honestly. Like I'm quite heavily invested. Like most of my portfolios in Hex, Pulse. I got a little bit of Ethereum. I got a few. Most of it's blue chip stuff. Probably 85, 90% of it's blue chip stuff, because that's where store of value type stuff. Yeah. But man, you got to have that 10%. Like I made more money. There was this thing that came about earlier this year called DBI. I got into that super early, and it did really, really well. And man, at one point that was like half my portfolio, and that was only like a 1% trade that I did, and it went from that to like half my portfolio. Holy smokes! I just had too much of it. I couldn't even sell it. I had more than I could sell, because I would have nuked the price if I did, because I just got in so early on it. And so it was like I just provided liquidity all the way. And that's one of the things you want to do, by the way, guys. When you get in early on a meme coin, set up a liquidity pool against what you do want, say Ethereum or USDC or something like that. Set up a liquidity pool, and then as the price moves, you're getting paid just all the way up, and that's where I got most of my profit out of it. It's not from actually selling. And then when you do want to sell, just use limit orders. Let it go through your limit orders all the way up. Like just scale them. I'd be happy with doing 10% here, 10% here, 10% here. And I had that with DBI, and it got through like 7 out of 15 limit orders. And by the time because it's now on a big retrace, by the time it had got there, I'd already cashed out like 70% of my bag. Oof. And killed it. I fucking killed it on that one.
Congratulations. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That was the smartest, one of the smartest moves I've ever done. But the only reason I went in on that is because I seen that. I don't know if you know that character, the Dev. on Twitter. You not come across him? He's just this kind of like hillbilly redneck guy, and he's supposedly
I know him,
So I've seen his videos, and he actually did one about Richard Hart being a snake oil salesman, and it just made me laugh, like, because I got the humor, so I was just like, yeah, man, I'm gonna buy a bit of that, and just did really well on it, so can't complain, man, can't complain. But look, meme coins are here to stay. They are the future. No one's facilitating them. Massive gap in the market, and hopefully 9 inches is big enough to.
It's not that I actually think they're a terrible thing, right? Philosophically, I think the meme coins are a terrible thing. I equate them to my days when I was a kid doing baseball cards or collecting stuff like that. You just hope that one of them is going to be valuable, and you're buying 10 brands of baseball cards, and 99% of them are going to be worthless. And that's just how it is. And that's what memes are going to do. Period.
Yep. That's it, man. 1 out of 100 will do well, but 99 out of 100 will just do nothing or get rugged or something. So it's just.
Well, do you think we're going to have less rugs on 9-inch if because of the DAO, because we have to approve the projects first?
Yeah. So actually, that's something that's quite interesting. Is if a project is listed on 9-inch, well, it doesn't even have to be listed, but let's say it's got a farming pool available. I would say that's a vote of confidence, because obviously these guys, the founders of this token, have gone and purchased 9-inch tokens so that they can do this. So it's not like they've just set up a coin for like 1 million pulse and that's, they're going to just rug it as soon as they can get 5 million pulse out of it or something like this. They've actually took the time and invested and thought about a longer term strategy. So whilst it's not, look, we can't protect against rug pulls, it's going to happen. But if a project team has gone and purchased 9-inch tokens to get yield for that, I would say that's a good, it's definitely like a good thing. It gives it a little bit, it would give me a bit more confidence to go in on that, because I know that they've at least invested into this. It's not just a pump and dump. They've invested into it, and they want to get as much attention and as much of a boost as possible. So it's not going to prevent rug pulls, but I would certainly say it's a vote of confidence if they are participating in this.
Beautiful. Hey, Chris has a question. Are you going to the race this weekend?
No, I can't, I'm afraid. Sorry. Tell him I'll call him back as well. I know he's rang me a few times. He keeps ringing me when I'm asleep, so I'll call him back later. But no, I can't hit the race this weekend. I'm off to Mallorca, actually, sunny Mallorca.
Wait, hold on a secsecond. They got a PP Lambo now?
No, there's a PP sticker on the Hex.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Because I was like friendly with because I was going to all the races last year, so I got really friendly with the team. Okay. And obviously around that time is when we were doing the sacrifice for Poor Pleb. A lot of them went in on it, and they just decided to put a sticker on the Lambo. And I turned up to one of the races one day, and he was like, "Oh, do you notice anything different?" I was like, "Oh my god, it's Poor Pleb on the fucking Lambo. Let's go." Actually, there was something I wanted to do with those guys, because it's a little bit more fitting to the brand. Is they were going to do a 24-hour race in some, I think it was Citroen C1s or C2s or something like that. And I thought that would be cool. Wrap that in Poor Pleb stuff. That's just like perfect, very fitting. But I don't think they ended up doing it in the end. So
I got to talk about something really quick, because I hit it out of the park. So like a week and a half ago or so, remember when everything's going on Pulse and PulseX, you guys launched Poor Pleb. Poor Pleb was up on Pulse Chain, or actually it was just the copy, but it was there. Nobody was looking at Poor Pleb. I'm like, what? Look at this chart. And I remember you saying that if you went, this is how I trade. I go into a Telegram and everyone's bitching and complaining. And you were saying, why is everyone? I don't understand why everyone is selling their Poor Pleb. When you tweeted that, or when you said that, wherever you said it, I was like, buy signal. So I went in and I bought up a shit ton of Poor Pleb.
I bet you're a whale in there now, man, because like anyone who bought that dip, like they're getting so much for their money. Like
it 4x'd. It 4x'd the next day. I was like,
mate, people sleep on Poor Pleb, right? Poor Pleb is probably one of the most genius memes that's ever been invented. It's unique. It's got amazing artwork. The distribution was very fair. And do you know what? Like, it's just the fact of it being a unique meme coin. There's so many dog coins. There's so many cat coins, fucking Pepe's, whatever. But there's never anything new and fresh. And maybe this is why it's taken us a while to catch on. But Poor Pleb is the premium meme coin on Pulse Chain. I know there's about 1,000 new ones coming out every day at the minute. I mean, I'm speaking to a lot of these guys. They all come in with the same pitch. Like, we're the most innovative. And I'm like, no, you're not. Ours is the most innovative. We're the best brand. No, you're not. We're the best brand. Like, but people just sleep on it because maybe they're bored. But I'm glad guys like you. And man, that was a buying opportunity and a half. I really did not think it would go down anywhere near as much as it did. It went down so much. And I was a bit like, oh shit, maybe we're fucked.
You were here. Like that. You were like, oh shit, and I saw your message. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go buy.
I think Poor Pleb, especially with the 9-inch boost as well, because of how much yield we're gonna have available, man, Poor Pleb is gonna kill it. Like I think Poor Pleb's gonna be like one of the best performers on Pulse Chain. It could be the best performer. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to put, it's not my job to tell you guys what I think my coin will do, but we designed this in such a way. We only gave it to the little guy for free. Yeah, we did all these like beautiful things. Like our narrative is fucking amazing, and just no one can argue with it. And if this takes off, it's going to do well. And that comment is bloody hilarious. So yeah, shout out ADP.
Oh yeah, T-Bird, you're right. I just love it. You guys, the cartoons, the guy fucking big nose. I was like, ever since you've been doing this, I mean, I want to start. My wife is making up a bunch of designs that we're putting on our website for sale, and stuff. I'm just gonna get some Poor Pleb ones done, just because they're a great conversation piece, if nothing else. Yeah. I walk outside and I walk into the mall. What if I look like I'm homeless when I go out on purpose. All right. I like to wear my flip flops and my shorts and my little t-shirts. No one needs to know what kind of money I got. Right. I live in Latin America. Latin America, you don't show off. Right. So I'm going to go in there rocking out my Poor Pleb shirt. People are going to be like, what the fuck? What is this guy doing in the mall? This is Louis Vuitton mall, and that type of thing. I'm like, yeah. Pee-pee.
But you'd be surprised though, because guys that dress like that, especially in like nice out, they're the ones with the most money, man. They really are. Because you're right. When you get to a point, you just don't want to show off anymore. I mean, even like I show off a little now because, I'm so used to being poor in it. Like I've been poor my whole life, and then just in the last, 8 months or something, I've actually started doing quite well for myself. So yeah, I got a few little things. I got a watch and I got all this. But man, if I go out in a rough area, all of that comes off. I don't wear any nice clothes. I'm just, normal blending in guy. There's no reason to attract unnecessary attention.
It's a smart man. And if you ever come somewhere like here or Thailand or, just be careful. Just make sure you just blend right in, man. We call it here we call it a Panagringo, like Panamanian gringo. And it's like a derogatory term people say to poor Americans who move down here and live off their pension because it's much cheaper, right? So people are like, where are you from? Panamanians ask me, where are you from? I'm like, Panagringo. Oh my God, dude, their faces, they just laugh their asses off like, this poor fuck. And I'm like, you don't know.
You don't get it, mate. I know. It's funny. It is funny. But you got to be like that, man. There's a lot of guys in crypto. And, the more you show off, the more of a target you make yourself. And you got to be careful. I mean, like, I don't announce when I'm going to be anywhere in public anymore because, I mean, I've had death threats. Could you believe that? I have had death threats. Yeah, a few. But
why?
I don't know, mate. Like, I don't get it. All I've done is come on stream, try and make people laugh. Yeah, we did a sacrifice and we're doing another one now. But, like, I don't think we took anything away from the Hex community. We don't force anyone to do anything, It's just, we're just having a bit of fun here. Like, the Poor Pleb sacrifice was actually a joke. Like, I wanted to prove to you guys that you are too quick to sacrifice. As soon as someone says sacrifice, it's like, where can I send my money, sir? And like, no one had delivered anything yet. Like, there was one project, I believe, at the time that had actually launched out of about 100 sacrifice phases that had gone on. So we actually just wanted to make a joke out of the whole thing and be like, man, you guys love sacrificing for dumb shit. Let's give you the dumbest shit you can.
I sent you $500. I was like, YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO, exactly. That's why we kind of tried to make it. But I mean, we did 1.4 million in the end. That's fucking nuts. It's nuts. And I think so far the 9-inch stack, it's only been out. We're on the 5th day now. It's done over 500,000 already, and there's still 5 days left of the top rate. And I think speaking to guys like you. this is such a bullish project. So with Poor Pleb, I was telling people, like, honestly, just throw a little bit in. You know, if you want to go in, do $100 or $200. Like, nothing that you're going to cry about if you lose it, right? Because I don't know what will happen. But with this, I'm telling people, yo, straight up, this is bullish as fuck. You want to be in on this. You need a substantial bag, because let me tell you, in a few months, when this thing takes off and people want that 9-inch token to vote for their protocols, who are they going to buy it off? Maybe you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Sell your undies for Poor Pleb.
Yo, I heard. You see that picture of HVid where she's like, she's wearing the Pool Sex underwear, and she's like, "Oh man, that shit cracks me up," because it's like, I want to be taken seriously, but please look at my body. You know?
Yeah. that was an oops. I respect what she does, but I got here as a fat old dude, man. I'm doing good. I did it without any sexiness.
Yeah. No, this is the thing. It's like, I respect what her and what KEP do as well. But it's just, when I look at it, I cringe. And it's not because of what they're doing. It's because of the simps that go after her. And it's like, oh my God, please give me technical information. Please, can I suck your toes? Like, whatever. It's so simpy, man. Like, there's so many simps in crypto. Like, I think all the OnlyFans girls really need to transition over here, because they'd make a lot more money doing this. Just by having a fucking donation address and sending feet pics or whatever. Like, I don't get it, man. But yeah, it's what it is.
It drives me crazy. My wife, she likes to avoid that. My wife's hot, and she just doesn't want.
Oh yeah, your wife's beautiful, mate. Congratulations.
She just does the live streams with me, and that's another thing people like to attack me with. Like, Randy, you're just one of the, like that meme of the fat ugly dude that's got the hot chick. She only married you for your money. I'm like, dude, man, we've been together 12 years. Come on, I was pretty skinny back in the day. I got to get back to it though. Oh man. Goodness.
I mean, obviously the money helps and stuff like that, but look, it's if you're a funny guy and you're charming and whatever, you don't need to be like.
I've always been.
I just don't.
Yeah. I never had a problem, man. I've always had a personality, so it was like, here you go. Yeah. It's hard to onboard smart professional girls. Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah. Sandy. My brother, I want to thank you for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. And maybe we could do this again. We could update in like a week and a half or 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Tell everybody what's going on. And I'm super competitive. So if you, I want to be at near the top of that leaderboard. So everybody, I don't care if you only do $100. Come on, hit that referral link. If nothing else, I want to have the top amount of referrals.
I truly support you in this endeavor. Like I recommend people use Randy's referral link for this if you're going to go in, because I'd rather a guy like that be on top, someone who actually is in with the original, like you hold PP and PLD, we're the founders, bro. Like it's just a match made in heaven. So
I actually told him before the stream, I said, why don't you guys come to me to join the team? I mean, I would have definitely jumped all over it, but no problem. I got the referral link. I'm still part of the team.
Yeah, everyone with the referral link's part of the team, man. So yeah, like no, it's good though. Like I think we're gonna kill it with this one. I don't want to throw like mad numbers out there, but there's no reason why this can't achieve the same sort of heights that say Mintra or even Liquid Loans did with their sacrifices, because it is truly an amazing product. Go and use the testnet. If you're not sure about sacrificing, use the testnet. It's a beautiful UI. The features are amazing. You're gonna have limit orders immediately. I mean, come on, guys. Like that, if that ain't enough, like I don't know what is.
Oh goodness. Well, we got them coming through already. Gracias.
Hey, 1 mil pulse could be worth a lot of money one day, man. So thanks very much.
Right, exactly. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Peace.